Ukraine President Zelenskyy says any compromises with Russia to end the war must be voted on by Ukrainians in a referendum.
Here's a summary of the article.
Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelenskyy rewards a police special team member as Russia's attack on Ukraine continues, in Kyiv, Ukraine, March 19, 2022. Ukrainian Presidential Press Service, handout via Reuters, register now for free unlimited access to Reuters.com Lviv, Ukraine, March 21. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy on Monday said any compromises agreed with Russia to end the war would need to be voted on by Ukrainians in a referendum. The people will have to speak up and respond to this or that form of compromise. And what they will be is the subject of our talks and understanding between Ukraine and Russia, he said in an interview published by Ukrainian public broadcasting company Suspilne. Issues that could be raised in any referendum could concern territories occupied by Russian forces, including Crimea, or security guarantees offered to Ukraine by countries in lieu of NATO membership, he said. Register now for free unlimited access to Reuters.com.
This post received a score of 56,000, with an upvote ratio of 92%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Very interested in how this will be executed. FYI, Ukraine is one of the few countries who has fully digitalized IDs through their app. The app also allows submitting various forms for business, relocation, COVID vaccination scheduling, etc., as well as voting on local matters. I wonder if they will use this app, since it requires passport verification, for the voting.
I think Ukraine is the most advanced country at the moment with this. I think it was their goal, to become the first fully digital country where every citizen can access everything in their phone. And yes, DIA already has the functionality to perform a referendum.
The Deputy Prime Minister holds the portfolio for technology, digital transformation and media. Ukraine was also well known as a massive pool of engineers and IT workers that were very reliable for outsourcing, great talent and wanting to stay in Ukraine.
Greater than great talent and wanting to stay in Ukraine. If it's anything like my country, it makes sense. You get paid a first world salary 8 or at least close to it, and live in a place where you only need a fraction of it to live. As long as crime and OPR government intervention in the market isn't too great, it is super nice to live like that.
Honestly, the dream right there. No wonder Putin wanted to put the kibosh on progress in Ukraine. Can he have a functioning democracy with happy, dignified citizens right next to a dictator-ran shithole? Not that Russia is a complete shithole because it has amazing places, people, and history, but it's still Russia.
Ukraine is apparently literally the poorest country in Europe.
Gotta start somewhere.
That would be a bit difficult to organize now that they're missing a few million voters.
I believe they are allowed to vote in consulates and embassies. This is a fairly typical accommodation for expatriates. I think it may surprise you to know that Russian citizens in the US participate in Russian elections by visiting Russian diplomatic sites in Washington and New York, among others. But you should also know that no one I've discussed this with votes for Putin. So there is that.
Ukraine has a very advanced government app where every citizen can vote. They would not even need to go anywhere.
How secure is it? Because I think Russia might know a thing or two about election interference.
Estonia has had digital elections since 2005. They have consistently elected anti-Russian politicians.
An electronic voting system that makes it so that people don't have to stand in line for hours. What an idea!
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.